Let's get it. Bitcoin has broken out. After a couple weeks of consolidation, we are back on our way to new all-time highs. Many of our favorite altcoins in the space are also gearing up for a big move. In short, the entire cryptocurrency market is primed to absolutely explode. We will talk about all of this and more in today's episode of TA Tuesday. Let's go. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Crypto Cabin. My name is Tom, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Bitcoin and a lot of our other favorite altcoins in this space, see where they are headed, how they are shaping up, and what we see for the cryptocurrency market here in the near future. If you're new to the channel, please scroll on down, leave this video a thumbs up, then hit the subscribe button and select the notification bell. Click on all so you get notified for when I post these new videos. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. We've got Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs yesterday, or today technically. So we're still on this daily candle. We did reach all the way up to about 68,500, 68,600, depending on which exchange you're looking at. But what we had forming was this triangle pattern here, and we were expecting a breakout to the upside, and that is exactly what happened. So here is the measured move from the triangle. Apply that to the breakout target, and we have a new target of right around 71,000. When we take out the fib extensions here as well, you will notice that it does line up with one of the Fibonacci levels right at around that $71,000 mark. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of resistance up there. Right now we are fighting with the 0.382, so that is, I think, why we are running into a little bit of resistance there. And then we could potentially see a little bit more up here at just under 71,000. That is the measured move. So I am currently in a long right now on Bitcoin, up pretty well, played this breakout to a T, and we will need to see where it's going to go from there. But these are some points where we could expect to see some resistance. I have the take profit set at just under 71,000. 70,000 is also one of those nice big round numbers that Bitcoin has tended to see some resistance at as well. It's usually happened at the 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So those are some psychological numbers to think about as well. But these are the Fibonacci levels as of right now, according to the fib-based trend extensions. If we just do a retracement fib here from that low or the high to the low, you can see we are running into, obviously it's right around the last all-time high there at 67,000. It's kind of where we're hovering right now. The 1.618 from there would be up around 73. So we've got a lot of resistance coming up based on fib extension levels in between 70 and 74,000. So don't be surprised if we run into a little bit of resistance there. Now let's take a look at the total crypto market cap space. So I know on some spots, like on CoinGecko, I believe it did show above a $3 trillion market cap, which is really insane because it doesn't feel like very long ago that we were going nuts for a $2 trillion market cap, and we are now at almost 3 trillion. So according to TradingView, we got very, very close to 3 trillion. CoinMarketCap doesn't say we hit 3 trillion either, but CoinGecko does. So we have been very, very close to that, regardless of whichever source you look at. We're going up. So we had this cup and handle pattern forming for the entire cryptocurrency market space back since the highs in May. And so we've had this rounded bottom, we had the handle form beautifully, had the breakout, the retest, and now we are up and off to the races. So this move here, and you apply that to where it broke out, and we have a potential $3.6 trillion market cap coming in here in the near future. That would be the next level to look at. That would be the measured move for the total cryptocurrency market cap as a whole. But we could definitely see a lot more than that. If you go back and take a look at one of my previous videos talking about how there's a ton of money in the space that could potentially flow in, and even if 5% of that flows in, we could potentially be looking at a $9 trillion market cap this bull cycle, which would be absolutely insane. That is kind of the highest that I could see it going at this point. Again, it's just based off of the money that is out there, and they're saying that 5 to 10% is kind of the sweet spot for a lot of these companies and establishments to put that percentage into cryptocurrency. So if we do see that play out this year, we could see up to a $9-ish trillion market cap. Let's take a look at some of our favorite altcoins here. So again, a lot of these will show similar patterns. We kind of had, well, we had a nice, you could say that's a W double bottom for sure. Some people maybe have made the argument that this was also kind of a rounding bottom with a handle there. Regardless, two bullish patterns that were forming. We are now in an upward sloping channel here. Let's go to what it looks like actually, yeah. Definitely more of a double bottom there, and then another double bottom perhaps there. And we are now going up along this trend line here. This is quite straight up. This is looking obviously very bullish for Ethereum. We do have an upcoming fib right at just above $5,000. So that would be a level to watch for sure, and it's one of those round whole numbers, right, where people will more than likely be taking profits just because it is a nice level. Then again, at 6,000, there's another fib level up there. So I do see us hitting $5,000 fairly soon. Hard to say exactly when, but if we do continue on this trend line and don't drop too much below it, we could be seeing $5,000 before the end of November here. Next, let's take a look at Polkadot. So with the upcoming parachain auctions, this one has been flying up. We are now up over $50. We did have this cup and handle that broke out, and this is the measured move here, up at around $67 from that. Right now, we could potentially be forming another sort of bull pennant here in that regard. So we know the auctions are getting launched on, or they're starting on November 11th. So it could potentially be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. If we do come down and break down from this triangle here, the measured move would be right around here, let's say. So we could come down and get very close to this Fibonacci level here, which is around $46. That's also the measured move is just below that, between 46 and 47. And then the lowest I could see us coming down to stay bullish would be, we need to stay above $40 basically. But as you can see, this kind of pullback fairly soon could make sense. It's lining up with the Fibonacci extension. It's lining up with the measured move from this triangle or pennant there, and it's lining up with our upward sloping trend line there as well. So this is an area that I would watch out for if you do get Polkadot coming down into this $46, $47 range. That might be one of your best buying opportunities for the rest of this bull run. Next, we've got Cardano here. So we did have this descending wedge that we have broken out of beautifully. These patterns play out quite often, right? We had one back here, back in May. Descending wedge pattern broke out big time. Last time this one broke out, we had a move of about 160%. So if we did do that again, similar looking pattern, similar length, if we did break out 160% again, that would take us up to close to this 1.618 level, which would be about a $5.25-ish cent Cardano, which I do think is in the cards for this bull cycle. This is one of those projects that I got in very, very early on, which I'm super happy about, under 20 cents. And so I personally have kind of these price targets, these Fibonacci extension levels as areas where I will take some profit. So right at around $4, just under $5 or above $5, sorry. And then I've got targets up here as well, potentially reaching up to $7.35 and $9.43. Next, let's talk about XRP. So still breaking out potentially from this triangle pattern as well. Lots of our altcoins that I talk about on this channel have this kind of pattern going on. And so this move is, like I said, kind of from the middle of this triangle. I didn't want to go all the way from the beginning, but we're going from the beginning of this and applying it to where it broke out. And again, this is going to come into play here somewhere between the 0.786 and the 1 for Fibonacci extensions, that is. And we could see some resistance definitely up in this zone between right around the $2 mark. But we obviously need to get move in here with XRP. I'm not sure, obviously, what is entirely going on with the case. I think it's all theater, really. But we did get a breakout. We kind of had a retest back in. We will need to see if we stay above. If we stay above $1.20, I think that is still very, very bullish. Could run into some resistance here right around $1.40, then $1.60, and then, like I said, moving up to this measured move price target would be closer to $1 or getting up to over $2, I guess. MATIC. So we did have, in one of my last videos, I pulled this fractal over and said if this were to play out like it did from back here, this is what we could see. It does not look like this fractal is playing out. So I'm going to get rid of that. But we do potentially have another pattern forming here on the daily. It looks like it could be a descending wedge. So a lot of bullish patterns coming up for Bitcoin and for altcoins. So if we do see this breakout, that would come back up to the top of the wedge, but we need to see if this breaks down. It's higher likelihood that we break it to the upside, but this is usually a very bullish consolidation. We did break out of this triangle, of course, and now we are kind of hanging around that 0.5 fib level, which is why we could be seeing some support there. It's kind of been supported 1, 2, 3 times. We'll need to see what happens with this daily candle here. But it is forming some sort of bullish consolidation, so watch this to see if it breaks up or down, and then that could help you determine which way it's going and maybe potentially enter a trade or wait to enter if you were thinking about that. I've had a lot of people on TikTok ask me about Atom. This is definitely one of my favorite projects too. Held some for a while, got some good gains off of it, and then took some profits. We could maybe be looking at something like that, with the exception of a, one kind of fake out to the top there. Could be looking at something like this. So with this, it would be a breakout would be imminent before the middle of November. A lot of these altcoins either have broken out of their long-term pattern or appear to be about to break out. So that is very, very bullish. And like I said, the cryptocurrency market cap as a whole trending towards that $3.6 trillion mark, so it is making sense. VeChain, we've seen some similar stuff. So here's the 200-day moving average, and that was a longer triangular consolidation here from its all-time high. Broke out of that pattern again, came down, beautiful retest right on the 200-day moving average and onto that downward sloping trend line, broke through it, and now we are on the way up. So measured move from here, once again, kind of take it from about the middle of the triangle, apply it to the point of the breakout, and once again we could be finding some resistance at obviously the previous all-time high right around 26-27 cents, but this measured move does take us to new all-time highs at around 30 cents, and then we'd have some resistance potentially at the one around 32 cents. So this is very bullish looking for VeChain. My other targets for the rest of this bull cycle, like I've talked about before, at least on TikTok, I talked about it before, right at around 49 cents, 79 cents, and then around $1, potentially about $1.20. And last but not least here, we'll talk about Chainlink. So we've tried to break through this level right at around $34 multiple times. We had one time we tried to break through after a big pullback. We tried to break through there. We tried to break through there, couldn't hold it, and now tried there, couldn't get above. Now we are here again, slightly above or hovering right around this $34 mark. This is also very, very close to a couple fib levels here from various retracements and extensions. So that could be why we are hanging out there or have had trouble breaking through there, of course. But it does look like we are pushing up. The more often we push up against certain levels of resistance, the more likely we are to break through in that direction. Same thing works for the downside. If we were coming down and pressing down here multiple times, which we were before, it was like looking not so good here. But we were able to hold the line there, and off we go. So if we keep pushing up against this kind of $34 range, that is going to be what I'm looking for. And if we can break through there, solidify above there, then we've got a good ways to go left in this bull run, definitely for VeChain. For Chainlink, I've got targets for multiple different spots, of course, where I'm going to be taking some profits on my Chainlink. First target being kind of in between this $80 to $90 range. Second target up here, but my ultimate and kind of goal target here is going to be up in right around 150, 160. I could potentially seeing VeChain getting to this bull cycle, maybe 200 and above. That would be amazing. Regardless of what the all-time high is going to be, I do have targets set, which I think everybody should have. Set some targets for where you want to take certain percentages of profits along the way and stick to it. That is how I think you make it through. If you just hold all the way to the end, and we do have a similar type of crash as to what has happened before, you are going to be holding for a long time. You're either going to sell at a loss, which does not make any sense, or, well, I shouldn't say that. It depends on your financial situation if you need that money, but then you should be taking profits along the way anyway, instead of hoping that it just goes to the moon. Take your profits along the way, because you never know exactly when the peak is going to be, right? And if you don't, you're going to end up holding that bag for a long time, like I said, unless you sell at a loss. You could be waiting for years before you get back to being in the profit. So, take your profits along the way. In my opinion, I'm using cryptocurrency to enhance my quality of life right now, taking some profits and paying taxes. Of course, if you've made money, you're going to need to pay taxes. That's part of what life is, and that's totally fine. Pay those taxes. Use this money that you maybe make in this bull cycle to enrich your life or buy more assets that can bring you more passive income or more cash flow. And then with that money that you get from those assets, when we hit a bear market, you can use that cash flow to reinvest back into the cryptocurrency market. The bear market is going to be where a lot of your money is really made. You can buy at very discounted prices during the bear market and then just stock up on your favorite cryptos, and they will continue to go up over time. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them, if they've got like a capped supply, and obviously the space is going to keep growing as well. It's like for Bitcoin, it's almost like mathematically programmed into it that it is going to keep going up, so long as, I mean, people keep seeing value in it, of course, and keep seeing it as a store of value, which up to this point is what people, I believe, are turning to look at it as. So there you have it, team. There is a look at a couple of my favorite cryptocurrencies and seeing how they are shaping up here for the near future. If you got some value out of this video and haven't done so already, please scroll on down, give this video a thumbs up, then hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and select all so you get notified for when I post these new videos. And I will see you next time on the next episode from the Crypto Cabin. Let's get it.